How you doing, everybody? Jonathan here, and in this video and in 5 minutes or less, I'm going to go over a money-sucking habit that many trainers do that you need to stop doing immediately. And I came across this as I was talking to Darian, one of my Dumbbells to Dollars students. You may have seen the video not too long ago about how he made $2,400 within 3 weeks of getting the Dumbbells to Dollars course, and I was asking him how things went, and then he was telling me about his business, and he was telling me also about how he made his money, and then he charged his clients $200 a piece, and he told me that he charged them through PayPal. So after his first month was over, he was going to make sure to keep them going, because I told him the number one thing that you want to do after you get a client is keep them. Retention is as important as acquisition. So when he told me that he was doing PayPal, I was a little bit troubled, because when you do PayPal, number one, it's the most expensive merchant type there is, online merchant type. But another thing is he didn't have subscription billing. All right, and a lot of trainers don't do subscription billing where they bill their client every month for a locked service. Instead, they do blocks of sessions. So they'll sell a client 48 sessions or 24 sessions or 96 sessions, whatever the case may be, or 12 sessions more likely, to get their personal training package, and then the client can use them anytime they want. You don't want to do that. Now, this is something that gyms do because they get the money all up front, but you don't get paid until you actually train the client. So the gym might actually be hoping that the client never trains because they got all this money, you did all this work, you secured the sale, and now they don't have to pay you. So selling block sessions is going to be a horrible idea. Also, when you do this, you have to do multiple sales. You have to sell every single time. And one thing about fitness is not everybody values fitness the same way. So if you don't have a system that's already set up where the client is getting automatically billed, when it comes time that their package or their blocks of sessions are up, then essentially they have to decide whether or not they want to invest the $200 to $400 a month in you, or in that vacation, or in that, that luxury that they want, or toward a car payment, whatever the case may be. It opens up the idea of comparison, all right? And you don't want to do that. You want people to kind of like not think about the fact that they're spending money with you. And this also goes to taking cash and or checks. I know a lot of trainers take cash and or checks, and that's a bad idea. Now, when it comes to taking cash, yeah, you don't have to necessarily report it to the IRS, but you constantly have to chase clients down to actually get the cash. Some trainers actually charge their clients after every session and have to get paid after every session. And when you do that, the client has to decide, do I feel like spending $60 a day or $50 a day or $20 a day, whatever you charge per session? They have to actually think about that. So you're much better off doing subscription billing. And subscription billing essentially just has a flat rate that you charge for whatever service that you're going to give, and then the client essentially gets charged every month, on their debit or credit card. And that is the best way to do things. Now, when you do this, you can't chase the client down every single time. So let's take a look at my merchant account. This is January. I actually had a pretty good month in January, but look at the number of transactions. I actually did a total of 42 transactions. 42 different people were charged for a total of about $8,612. Now, if I had to chase each client down, number one, I'd probably have to wait multiple days because the client would forget to pay me. I forget which day the client's supposed to be charged because not everybody is charged on the same day. And then I wouldn't make all that money up front. I'd lose out on some of it, I'm sure, and I'd have to work very hard to keep reselling. So how do you do subscription billing for personal training? You essentially set your rate for however many times per week you want to train the client, and the client does a proper cancellation. Instead of selling blocks of sessions, just roll sessions over to the next month, where if they were only able to train twice a week in a 3-time per week package, they get to train 4 times a week, 1 week in the next month. And in that way, you don't have to constantly chase down money. So what kind of merchant services are there? There are a lot out there. There is PayPal. PayPal does have subscription billing. However, with PayPal, they charge 30 cents per transaction plus 3%. So it tends to get a little bit expensive. And unless you get a PayPal debit card, if you want to transfer the money from your PayPal account over to your regular bank account, it takes a couple of days. There's also Chase Payment Tech. This is something that I personally use. It's what I use to show you my transactions. However, there is a credit pull for you to apply to Chase Payment Tech. So if you're just starting off, you don't want to go through all that paperwork, Chase Payment Tech might not be your best option, but a really versatile tool is called Stripe. And if you don't have Stripe now, you should definitely get it. And one of the unique things about Stripe, in addition to doing subscription billing, is that it has a trial period. So essentially, you can have a 2-week trial for your boot camp, for your personal training, and then you can take the client's card information up front. You can set it in Stripe so that you put in their card information, you put in the pricing and all that stuff, and it won't start charging them until after 15 days. So you kind of have a grace period. And if your client decides to stay on with you, you can just let it run. And if it decides to cancel, then you can cancel within that trial period. So that's all built. All right, so if you have Stripe, you can comment below and you can talk about how awesome Stripe is. However, if you've never used Stripe before and you need a step-by-step walkthrough, I definitely recommend that you get my Dumbbells to Dollars course, as I just recently added a section on my Dumbbells to Dollars course, hand-holding you through the process of setting up your Stripe account. And if this is something that you don't know now, I guarantee you there are probably a number of other tips that you can take advantage of that's going to save you from wasting money, losing out on sales, and losing out on clients. And that's all covered in my Dumbbells to Dollars course. So if you don't have my Dumbbells to Dollars course, it's the #1 resource for personal trainers out there, and I definitely recommend that you get it. You can simply go to dumbbellstodollars.com and you'll have all the information I just talked about in terms of subscription billing, including how to run boot camps, how to run personal training, how to dominate sales in a big box gym, how to do nutrition, how to run businesses, websites, Facebook advertising, YouTube advertising, Instagram advertising, boot camps in a park, and a whole lot more. So check out that course by going to dumbbellstodollars.com. But I'm about done. I hope you found this video helpful. Remember, if you have any questions or comments, make sure to comment below. I'm going to be back next week with a video, and I'll be on this Sunday with a YouTube live. But in the meantime, remember to eat healthy, hydrate, drive safe, stress levels low, get rest. Don't slap anybody. Love your clients. They will love you back. I'll see y'all tomorrow or the next day, and you have a good one.